Hey y'all, it's Anonymous Neek. Hope everyone out there is having a very divine rising. And before I even get started, I want to give all praises to the Ruach, all praises to the Most High, Abiyah. Man, I'm coming on here because I just had the craziest dream, craziest download, and I wanted to come on here while it was still fresh in my mind. Um, because I believe I needed to speak about this dream. And I told y'all before I stopped speaking about my dreams because, I just, didn't feel like sharing them because it seems like nobody listens or whatever. But, yeah. Let me get started on this one. It was crazy because y'all, I woke up with my heart pounding like do, like beating so fast. Like I told you all before, I can wake myself up out of dreams. I always had that, that gift since a youngin. I could wake myself out of a dream. Okay. So let me tell y'all what happened. I'm in this town and uh I'm not gonna use because like a lot of people that was in that dream I knew or I know of. It was weird. But yeah. Anyways, I'm in this town, okay, and there was children outside playing, a lot of people outside, just enjoying the day. 'Cause it was a nice day out, nice, sunny day, a good day. I'm at this house and it was like a gathering going on. I want to say a party, but it wasn't really a party because there's music and all that. But it was just like a gathering, a bunch of people like gathering, just having fun. People were outside barbecuing, people were inside cooking, a lot of festivities going on. I'm gonna say that. So y'all, there was these because I'm just gonna break this down quickly, you know. I'm gonna leave some parts out that you know. But any old ways, this house I was at, there was a lot of people, like I said, and there was children all around too. And there were these two babies. They were toddlers. They were walking. I don't know how old they are. I just know they were toddler age. They were walking. And so I'm outside because I'm outside sitting on the porch. And these babies, their mother, which when I tell you all what happened, let me just say it. The one toddler started running by these steps, and y'all, these steps were deep. Like there was a lot of steps. The one toddler started running towards the steps, and the other one started, to follow her because it was a girl. And my first instinct, I got up and y'all, it was like I dived over there. Like it was like I flew over there to grab this baby. And I grabbed her while she was right at the tip of the steps, y'all. And then I snatched the other baby up real quick. 'Cause the other baby was like not too far behind. So I'm holding these babies and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I'm just like, what in the heck? Like, and the first thing I'm saying, like, where they mom at? Like, what's going on? Because, like, it was like nobody else was paying attention to these toddlers. Okay. So, that happened. So they bring the toddlers in the house. I guess their mother was in there. They bring the toddlers in the house. So I'm still outside. And y'all, I don't understand why I was so filled with such emotion over that. Like, I was really crying. Like, and I felt it. Like, it was like a hurting feeling. I was crying. I was upset. So I'm like, just like laying on the grass and stuff, just like rolling around, like, like crying and like, oh my goodness, like what, you know, and this person, one of the people, the person that was there came up to me and, started talking to me and telling me they're all right and it's all right, like get up. And they started pulling like grass and like some weeds out of my hair. Okay. And then this person was like, well, let's go for a walk to get you back right and, get you, better space. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we walk and we go to walking up the street, and I look, and there was this other house which looked like, it kind of looked like my grandmother's house almost, but it was different. It was like different for some reason. And my mom my mom was outside. I seen my mom. Yes, my mother was in the stream. She was outside. There was two cars out there, and one car was being fixed on. And I want to say there was around like 6 or 7 people up there where my mom was at, and some of them were working on a car, and they were all happy, like, hey, like, like we were greeting each other, like, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm telling this person, that's my mom. That's my mom right there. And then she came, like, she looked, and she started speaking, because they were up while we were walking. So that happened. Like I said, y'all, I'm just gonna break this down real quick. So that happens, and we get to further walking up the hill, walking up the street, and I told this person, I'm just like, well, I have an aunt that lives up in this other house, like right up from my mom. I don't know what the heck, like, it was wild. So I'm showing him my aunt's house, and he's like, oh, okay, okay, yeah, like, okay. So this person, they like, well, it's time, let's walk back, let's go back. So any old ways, y'all, we get to walking back, to the house where everybody's at, and we were at. um Before we get there, we see another person that was at that gathering, and we're like, hold on, wait for me. you know so we waited for her, and then all three of us should start walking back together, laughing and talking, and normal stuff, you know, normal stuff folks do. Whew, mercy. Okay, now y'all, we get back to the house, everybody's still doing what they doing. Stuff is still going on, how it was going on. So we all get up there, and we all just sit around on the porch with the other people. And y'all, and I told y'all, I'm just breaking this down quick, because that's not all that happened in this dream, but that don't even matter right now. I'm trying to get to this good part, this part that was wild. So we sitting there, and y'all, I told y'all it was a nice day out, and the sun was like really bright that day. Okay. So we sitting on the porch, and we all, for some reason, look up at the sun because it got super bright. And they was like, who got a camera? Who got a camera? Take a picture of that. Or who who can, like, get that? That's crazy. That's wild. That's so, and we looking at it like, this is beautiful. Y'all, this sun started turning into crystals and different, like, doing different, like, I I'm trying to find the words to explain it. Like, it just started turning, like, but it was bright, pretty colors though. It wasn't no like dull colors. It was bright, pretty colors. And then y'all, like, the clouds, there was like clouds just started forming, like clumps of clouds around it for some reason. We like, what's going on? And y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm gonna just say this: we all, the people that was on the porch, we like just bond, like, started hugging each other and holding each other, and we was just held each other, because we looking at this thing like, what's going on? The clouds just start getting more and more intense, and then that the sun just started doing more crazy stuff. And then y'all, all of a sudden, like, it was just like that note, like boom boom, like we started hearing that, like, noises up in the sky. Oh my goodness. And I'm looking at it, y'all. I'm like, oh man, and we just all like sitting there, like holding each other, like, and y'all, when I tell y'all, in the dream, like, it was like it wasn't like a fearful feeling, but it was like a I had a nervous feeling. I was like nervous, y'all. And so we looking at each other, and we see that's what's going on, and it gets super bright. It gets real crazy after that. And I just was like, this is it. Like, this is it. Next thing next thing you know, y'all, the brightness, it was like boom. Like, and when I tell y'all, I didn't feel no pain or nothing in that dream, nothing. But as soon as that boom, like that light just started coming, like I woke myself up out that dream. Whew. But yeah, that was the dream, y'all. That was like a download I got. I wanted to share with you all. And I will be back on here later with some more videos. And like I said, I'll be back on here with, the short I shared, sharing some gems like when I was a youngin, you know, and stuff that happened. I know it'll help somebody out there when I share that video. But I hope you all have a good day out there, favorite day. And I hope everyone is doing okay and staying positive, staying away from negative things. But yeah, you all, thank you for tuning into this video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, like, share. Shalom.